Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and we're here with episode number 9 of our Pokemon Crystal version Randomized Nuzlocke on the channel. In the last episode, if you missed it, we basically, long story short, got ourselves our first badge here in the Johto region, as you can see on the layout right over here. The Zephyr badge. We completed the gym challenge. Very happy to say, actually I shouldn't say happy to say, I am relieved to say that the only real challenge was that Tyranitar, which did defeat us the first time. I would have liked more of a challenge, but I'm sure we'll be seeing some more challenging stuff later on in this playthrough. We then made our way to the Ruins of Alph and failed an encounter there. Then made our way down here to Route 32? 34? I forget. And failed our encounter here. Now, I will say, in my defense, that Arcanine was not my fault. It's got Roar. What do you do against Roar? It is not at the point of the generations, merging two words together again, where Roar fails if the user is at a lower level. Roar can just scare anything away in this generation, so I mean, couldn't really help that. But did fail to catch something here on Route 34. Due to not expecting how high the attack stat of one of our Pokemon is, we're gonna talk to Andrew. We're gonna look at you in a second, Andrew. But first up, we have our team recap beginning with CT, our Smeargle, at level 11. Almost level 12. He has the Miracle Seed to power up his Vine Whip, and he also at least did learn Nightshade from that wild Xatu that we encountered, so that's going to come in handy. And speed-wise, pretty decent. Defenses are okay too, but offensively not that great. That's why Nightshade's going to come in pretty handy. Next up is Andrew, the super high attack-powered Goldeen. He is at level 11 with Mirage Mail. He's got Peck, Tail Whip, and, excuse me, Supersonic. And yeah, attack is 22. Okay, is he the highest attack on our team? Might be. Next up is Joey the Ampharos at level 15. She has Thunder Shock, Tackle, Thunder Wave, and Growl. And actually, no. She has more attack than Goldeen. Interesting. But best stat is going to be special attack at 42. Not bad. And our starting Pokemon, Unknown the Bellsprout at level 14. She's got the Scope Lens, has Vine Whip, Wrap, and Growth. And offensively, she's really not that bad. 27s. In fact, almost... Actually, she's our second highest attack on the team. I mean, our team is not perfectly evenly leveled yet. Of course, we also have the egg here. How you doing? Still needs time to hatch. I believe it's going to be randomized as well, and I think if it randomizes to a species that has a high hatch rate, for example, then it's going to take a while to find out what it is. Alright, so today's episode, we're going to make our way down towards Union Cave. Should I use a berry? I should probably use a berry. We're close to the Pokemon Center, though. What I might do is try to burn past some of these folks, do some training, and backtrack. Not do some training, do some healing. And then backtrack. But walk right into this guy's face, apparently. That glance, it's intriguing. So as predicted, yesterday was a snow day. Big old snowstorm came in. I think they were calling for 15 to 20 centimeters of snow. And if you don't know what a centimeter is, it's like 5 inches. Don't look it up. Take my word for it. Oh, we're going to switch out, actually. Yeah, we should. Andrew? Andrew's got a massive attack stat. Let's do it. Anyway, so a lot of snow did land, and school was canceled. I didn't get to do my 3D animation, although I'm looking forward to working on that, because I've got a lot of cool ideas in mind if I can animate them properly. And I'll be showing that, of course, on Instagram and Twitter. You guys stay tuned to that. I got links for those in the description. I've also got them highlighted in my new outro that I put up. New, figuratively speaking, because I've had it up for a while now. I've been tail whipped twice. Should I retreat? I think I'm going to risk staying in for 2 more peck attacks. 1 more gets the knockout, and I go for another tail whip. Wasted move. I'll take that. But given the fact that it was a snowy day, I had to do some more shoveling. I do an awful lot of shoveling for a person that does not have his own vehicle. Weird, eh? But I have to take care of the backyard and the driveway, all that good stuff. Which, while I was out there doing that, led me to a question of the day, which you can see on the layout. Which physical activity do you enjoy doing? First of all, if you don't want to battle, just avoid eye contact. Also avoid the grass if you don't want to encounter wild species, but we gotta try to sneak through here, get to the Pokemon Center. This guy's trying to snipe me. Sneak past quickly. Well, not quickly, because, well, we can't run in this game, but apparently in later generations, if you run past somebody, it catches their attention. How did he not see me? That was lucky. What's this guy? How would you like to have this tasty, nutritious, slow poke tail? For you right now, just the cost of a bicycle. You'll want this. Nope. You don't want it, then scram shoo. Well, fine. Okay, let's go heal up, then we'll backtrack, beat up some trainers, get some more experience, maybe some more level ups, I'm sure we will. So yeah, I realized, you know, a lot of people don't like shoveling snow. Excuse me, I'd say it's not one of my first thoughts that comes to mind for when I want to do something physical, but it's got to be done. I actually don't hate it that much, you know, because like, either way, you're getting exercise, you know, it's good for you. It's, you know, might be kind of overextending yourself sometimes, but it's at least giving you some more physical activity, and I don't mind doing it on occasion. Now, there was one year we had snowstorms every few days, it seemed. That got a little excessive. So right now, I don't mind the shoveling of snow, really, in moderation. This is a great fishing spot. You saw people fishing. How about you? Would you like one of my rods? Oh. Excuse me. That's good to hear. Now you're an angler, too. Now, traditionally, the old rod only finds you a level 5 Magikarp. Or did they change that in this generation? They might have. But either way, with this being randomized, I believe every city that does not have any grass in it, for example, or any other kind of encounters, I believe we can use the old rod, randomly find something. Maybe we'll make this an episode of encounters. I can just go back and find things. What should I make my Pokemon hold? Maybe an item that increases attack power. Now, outside of snow shoveling, I would say one of my favorite activities probably is simply walking. That's good for you. Wait, what's this hidden item? Not bad. We got a water Pokemon on our team with no water attacks just yet, but that's a nice held item to boost the power of water-type attacks. Very cool stuff. There's other items we can pick up here, but we're going to beat this guy up. We're going to see what you got. I found some good Pokemon in the grass. I think they'll do it for me. Let's see what you got. Let's see something wild and crazy. Ever since that Tyranitar, nothing's really blown my mind too much. What do you got, Gordon? I've already seen a Kingler. I ain't too scared of no Kingler. What do you got, level 10? What would you have? I'm thinking Nightshade. I believe Krabby Kingler don't have the best HP. Let's see how much our new Nightshade can do. But walking, yeah. Oh, that's not bad. I enjoy walking, and it's funny. Of course, Pokemon Go and walking go hand in hand, unless you drive around neighborhoods taking everybody's gyms from them. There's an issue in that regard in this area. Ow! That actually hurt. Go away, Kingler. But before Pokemon Go even came out, I actually just started walking because, you know, I realized I wasn't doing much. Wow, level up. Wasn't doing too much physically, and I live in the west part of town, and my schedule always had me going to the east part of town, traveling through the middle, the uptown, which you've seen in all the Pokemon Go videos, at least most of them. And I thought, you know what? Since I have to travel daily, basically, I might as well do a little bit of walking. And of course, this is before Pokemon Go came out, so I started walking. Shortly after that, they announced that Pokemon Go was going to be a thing, and I realized, hey, you know what? I've already been walking a bunch. Why don't I, you know, keep walking, playing Pokemon Go? We're actually going to let Andrew get some experience now, try to get on par. And what's the encounter? I mean, we already got our failed encounter on here. It is a Cloyster, though. That would have been interesting. Too bad it wasn't a shiny Cloyster. That could have been very handy. Now, can you handle this, Andrew? They have pretty good defense. And you got even better defense. So I think, even though we're risking an Icicle Crash, we're going to switch into Unknown. Fun fact, Icicle Crash does not exist yet, so we're not actually worried. But anyway, so I started walking, and I will say, at one point, I was a little bit perturbed at the random chance of... That hurt. We're fine, though. We are fine is what we are. Check it. Boom. Critical hit. Don't even think we needed it, but the scope lens came through for us just in case. Thank you, scope lens. Thank you, Professor Elm, for giving that scope lens to us. We got a cleanse tag, which is not bad. If the lead Pokemon is holding it, it's supposed to reduce or eliminate the wild encounters in an area. That comes in handy. Alright, let's take this guy on. I'm really good at both fishing and Pokemon. I'm not about to lose to any kid. Really? I think I ain't any kid. I am the kid. I'm actually a grown man. Don't you forget it. What do you got, Ralph? You got nothing but a Vaporeon. Problematic? Maybe? No. We have an Ampharos if we need to. So let's go ahead. Let's just lower the defense. You don't even have acid armor. Do you actually have acid armor? Oh, you have the same attack, though. I think you're going to have basic kind of Eevee stuff. What? Tackle, sand attack. You might have water gun. There's your tackle. You're at -2 defense, and we have a pretty high attack stat. Let's see if we can take you down. So, outside of the walk-in, which actually I can't do a lot of right now. As I've said several times, the weather is not great. Excuse me, the traveling conditions are not great. The sidewalks are kind of icy and snowy. After today, even more so. So, walking is not a lot. Well, I mean, I walk around in the inside areas. The one thing I like about the uptown area in town, a lot of the major sections, buildings, are connected through an enclosed pedway system. So you can just walk from one building to the other, staying inside. There ain't no ice on the inside walkway. That's very nice. Andrew hits level 12. Very good as well. I tried to rush things. You force your Eevee to evolve at level 10. Of course you rush things. Fishing is a lifelong passion. Pokemon are lifelong friends. Don't young people fish anymore? I've seen rare Pokemon while I've been fishing. This is going to be interesting. I want to get his phone number, because he might let us know. What if he actually calls up and says, "Hey Chaz, you gotta come back to Route 34. Wild Lugia have been found." Now, the downside of that is that we won't be able to get those as an encounter. I mean, you know, in Nuzlocks, there's a thing called static encounters, where if a Pokemon's sitting on the map, it doesn't count as like a random encounter for that region, or that route. It is still an encounter you can get in addition to the random encounter. But if he does call and say there's wild such and such, then we've already gotten our random encounter on this route. Unless they had somehow called and said, "Hey, there's a random Lugia on this route," and then it actually shows up on the map, that would be different. But as such, that's not how it goes. Still going to be cool to hear what he has to say, though. But I will say, if we do happen to find other trainers later on that give us their phone number saying that they find random items at times, then I'll probably prioritize their phone numbers, because who knows what items they're going to find us. Joey called us earlier from Route 31, telling us that his Jolteon was still doing well, and he found a wild Ampharos. So it actually still refers to the stuff on the routes, which is cool. That's a Houndoom. It's only level 5, though, so I think we're okay. Not bad. So with this old rod, we can get an encounter. I wonder how this would count. Probably want to... Oh, level 15! Uh-oh. Well, we know Joey can't do it. Unknown. How about we give you a potion? I hope Andrew can handle a bone club. Well, let's do what we can. It's a tail whip, that's fine. We can easily survive a tail whip. Alright, let's hope that Unknown can do something. We do have Vine Whip. This guy here, what does he normally have? I think this guy normally has Magikarp. And like the first 3 are like level 5. But this one comes at level 15. At the time, that's a bit of an issue, a level 15 Magikarp that can take hits. This is even worse, though, because he's got a nice evolved Pokemon, and that only does about a third. A little bit scary here. If it goes for an offensive move, we're in trouble. Scope Lance! Oh, so close. Huh. We don't have any speed priority on anybody. I'm thinking... defensively, Joey can probably take the hit best. He's on par. She's on par, I should say. Gotta remember the gender symbols. It's a headbutt. That's fine, maybe. Not bad at all. Let's go for a tackle. Excuse me. And we outspeed. Were you folks scared out there? I was a little bit scared. You might have seen that in my demeanor. If you know what I mean. Alright, Unknown gets Sleep Powder. That's gonna come in handy for... chance to try again. Sploosh. Sploosh indeed, Mr. Man. What was your name again? I forget. Calm collected. The essence of fishing and Pokemon is the same. I think I'll go heal. Then we'll start backtracking. So I could technically get encounters in Violet City, Cherry Grove City, and New Barktown with my fishing rod. I don't know if I'll have time for all of that. What I'm actually going to do, we still get about 10 minutes. I'm going to skip the rest of these trainers for now, because if we do get more encounters and add them to our team, then I'll train up on these trainers along the way, our route, on the way through the route back to Union Cave. There, I said it. And look at the best use of our experience. I don't need to heal twice. I just heal. Thank you. You ever guys do that? You ever guys do that? Click A twice on Nurse Joy after she's like, she gives you that very, very rude sounding, you know, We hope you come back here with your injured Pokemon again. Isn't that kind of just... That's not the best, like... Isn't that just... Hey, Cloyster. What's up? What's your level? 7? I feel like Broly from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, the Broly movie. What's your power level? Mine's pretty big. I just watched that recently again. People love that voice. I love that voice. Cracked me up. Alright, can we avoid this trainer? I'm thinking yes. Actually, what's this? Tiny mushroom. That goes along with that Parasect that we just fought, except that's a pretty big mushroom. You guys know about the, did I fight you? I must have. Yep. You guys know about that? I guess it's not really a theory. It's basically confirmed, I believe. There's a wild Rhydon on this route. Look at that! Look at that animation. I love that. The horn just like drills away. Can't really touch you though. Plus, we're at a decent enough level. We don't need that experience. But the idea that when Paris evolves into Parasect, it's not so much that Paris is evolving. It's like it's the mushroom that evolves and finally takes over the whole, you know, parasitic control of the Paris, like the bug host. Because when Paris evolves to Parasect, it loses its pupils, and therefore it shows like total mind control. That is really weird to think about. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't like the thought that Paris gets mind controlled like that. In fact, the stories that I used to write with all of my different adventures in the world of Pokemon, one of my trainer buddies had a Paris. For some reason, I just never had it evolve in the stories, because I figured, you know, maybe someday I'll have it evolve for a major plot point. But when I heard about the theory that the mushroom takes control of Paris when it evolves, I thought, you know what? I'm actually not going to have his Paris ever evolve. I'm going to say that his Paris has some sort of inner strength that fights that infection, that symbiotic, you know, parasitic control. And that would have been an interesting little plot point, I think. Alright, Violet City encounter. This is opposite from the Sprout Tower encounter, of course. Let's see. Should be a level 5. Oh, wait, not even a Nibble. Okay, that gives me a moment to actually lead with Unknown for, whoops, both the Sleep Powder and the Wrap, because I think Wrap wouldn't be too bad. Very, you know, minimal power-wise, and residual damage every turn. Excuse me, once the target gets low enough, I can then switch out. Alright, Violet City encounter. I'm going to do my absolute best to actually capture things today. Golbat. Not bad. It is Poison Flying. We already have a Poison type on our team with Unknown. It's level 10? How did that happen? Okay, but we're still going to try to get the capture. We will have to box it. And you know what I'm thinking? Since we don't have a lot of comments on the series thus far... No, I can't do that. I was going to say, I'm thinking of not even nicknaming things unless we're adding them to our team. Because I don't want to, like... I wouldn't want to nickname this Golbat after somebody, box it, and never wind up using it based on our typings and stuff. But technically for a Nuzlocke, you have to name everything you catch. So, I mean, I can't say... So we gotta find someone to name this Golbat after. I'll check the comments momentarily as we get it down. What I'm gonna start doing is when they're in the yellow is when I'm gonna start trying to catch things. Good thing you're missing every move. Supersonic miss, 2 Screeches miss, Wrap connects very nicely. Get it to the yellow. Will this get it to the yellow? Yeah, no, it won't. Let's go for one more quick Wrap attack. Another, look at this! Unknown, just like bobbing and weaving. This is the Bellsprout from the anime when Ash was in the Indigo Conference, I think it was. That Bellsprout that, for some reason, beat a Bulbasaur, beat Pikachu, and almost beat Muck. Alright, let's open up the pack. What do we got for Pokeballs? We got 10. We should have a little bit more cash, too, to buy some more Pokeballs before ending off our capture spree. Don't waste my items. Leech Life. Does Poison resist? It does, okay. I know in Gen 1, both Grass and Poison were weak to Bug. And Leech Life actually hurt quite a bit against a Grass Poison type. Fortunately... Wait, what am I doing? I didn't put it to sleep yet. I'm stupid. Sleep Powder, please. Now it connects. Come on, Breakthrough Unknown. We gotta get this capture. We need more Pokemon. At least in the PC. Oh, come on. Release from Wrap? What? Okay, this is getting kind of bad. If we hit ourselves in confusion with our defense down, it's gonna hurt a lot more. There's the Wrap. I think... Ooh, I think I'm gonna switch, because this Wrap is gonna take it really low. I can go into Joey and go for the Thunder Wave. Come on, switch it out. Come on, we can do this. What was the other held item? I just saw, did we have 3 held items? Yes, we do. Right, one's the male. Never mind. I had to stop and think. What did I give my Pokemon? Alright, Joey, go for Thunder Wave if you please. Even if you hit yourself, it's fine. You got the defenses to handle it. But I would like to speed this along. We've only got a few minutes left. Excuse me. I could extend it, but I've been extending a couple episodes. I think once this little timer on my phone goes off, I'm going to call it for the episode. We can probably get a second encounter after we try for this capture here. Alright, it's as low as we can probably get it. I mean, I could Vine Whip it, but I'm not going to risk critical hits. Based on the luck thus far, we have to have good luck at some point. This ball, or the next one, has to catch this. Just, okay, game. If the Pokemon's going to break out, have it break out sooner. Don't give me the triple shake. Make me think I got it, and then pull that rug out from under my feet. Thank you. We got another Pokemon. Golbat's data was newly added to the Pokedex. I gotta get up my comments here, too. Golbat, the bat Pokemon. When it plunges its fangs into its prey, it instantly draws and gulps down more than 10 ounces of blood. How many ounces are in the human body? I don't think I want to know the answer to that. Alright, but Golbat has been collected to our collection. We're gonna name it after... Who are we gonna name it after? Let's see. Isaac Wolf the Fire Striker had left a comment on the last video about your favorite legendary Pokemon. Isaac Wolf's favorite legendary Pokemon are Lugia and Ho-Oh. So kind of cool. We're doing a Gen 2 game right now for you. So we're gonna go with... You know what we're gonna do? Your name is Isaac Wolf the Fire Striker, so we're going to go a little bit creative with this. We're going to go with Fire. Does it all fit? I knew it wasn't going to fit Fire Striker, but Fire Strike the Golbat. Unfortunately, we do have to put it in the PC because it matches the typing, poison-wise, of our Bellsprout. But I'm going to try to hustle back to Cherry Grove City and get one more encounter. We still got a couple minutes left to go. I want you to heal. Healing's gonna take time, isn't it? Alright, Bill's PC. It's funny how you know it's Bill's PC right away in this. Usually you have to, like, learn who it is. Can we even check the stats? Yeah, let's check the stats here. So level 10, of course. A nice 1,000 experience points to leveling up. I should heal. Yeah, I'm gonna heal before we put it away. Screech, Leech Life, Supersonic. Nice 23 attack stat. Very good indeed. Speed is even better, though, actually. Let's do a heal, so when we put it away, we don't accidentally take it out later on, go right into a battle with it, get it knocked out. Because in this game, in this generation and the first, I don't believe the Pokemon get healed when they go into the PC. Gen 3 is when they started doing that, I believe. So just to be safe, what do you call it? Preventative measures, trying to keep us from losing Pokemon later on. Alright, that being said, Fire Strike, you're going to hold down the fort for us right here. Boom, there we go. So as I said when we started off this whole adventure, if we catch a new Pokemon, we're going to keep it on our team. We're not going to, like, if I say, I can't even speak. Basically, if I had a full team and I caught that Golbat, some people would actually say, I'm going to put the Bellsprout away and get that Golbat. But with me, I want to keep the Pokemon as we get them, because every Pokemon can have a chance to be good. And I don't like the thought of boxing away something that we're using that has a chance to build up to something better, to use something that's currently better. You know what I mean? Like, everything has a chance to be good. Hey, we could have caught you back in the day. What did we find on this route? Do we actually... Goldeen was here, wasn't it? Is that what we got? Yeah, I think we caught Goldeen. Excuse me. On that route last time. Oh, we only got 30 seconds. Since the capture might take a while, I'm going to head down to Cherry Grove City. We're just going to save it here. I'll save the encounter for the next episode. We'll also go to New Barktown and get that encounter as well. And then we'll continue back towards Union Cave once again. So that's going to wrap things up for today's episode. Save this up right here. I want to say thank you folks for watching, and don't forget to answer the question of the day as shown on the layout for your chance to get a Pokemon named after you for this adventure. And hopefully we'll be able to use them all at some point and see how things go. Yes, I get it. Dismiss the timer. I saw you. But yeah, if you want to see any more episodes of the Pokemon Crystal Randomized Nuzlocke, you can check out the link in the description to the full playlist. It's down there for you. It's also during the outro as well. Nice little clickable, not even annotation, it's a card, I think it's called. No, it's an end title. You know what? I don't know the terminology, but it's there during the outro, so feel free to click that. And feel free to subscribe to the channel here for some more Pokemon content from Professor Chaz. You can also join as a member, help support the channel and myself, and get yourself some members-exclusive perks, which you can see highlighted in the video on my main page over on the old YouTube channel page thingy, whatever. But that's going to be a wrap for today's episode. Thank you, folks, for tuning in and checking things out again, and thanks for your support and interest in the series. Hopefully you are enjoying it. For now, Professor Chaz is signing off. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.